Hello, Mr. Brantley McCord. I am so excited, or whoever is saying this, it doesn't matter whoever's grading this. But anyway, I am so excited to show off my game for this week's lab assignment. I know it's a little bit late, but I put a lot of work into this, and I followed a lot of tutorials of yours, Brantley, and some other tutorials as well of things I just wanted to try and create. But this is probably what my favorite assignment so far. I know I say that a lot, but it really is. It just keeps getting better and better, and I love it. But this was also one of the assignments that I actually felt really uncomfortable doing because it felt a little more difficult compared to our mutation with wind, but it felt like I wasn't able to complete the task at the time. But now that I've done it, I'm very happy and proud of myself. So there's a lot of things going on here. So let's jump right into it and just kind of explain what's going on. So for right now, I'm just going to play the game. As you can see in the background, there are cones that are like glass kind of. This facility that we're in right now is just a testing facility, and it's testing the effects of wind on people. Very, very strong winds, and the game name of this is Turbulence. So as you can see, when you jump on these cones, they're actually tornadoes, but they send you flying upwards because of the wind. So it's really, really cool. So if we play the game like natural, let's just start from the beginning and go. So you can see that these tornadoes send you flying everywhere and everything like that. And with here, we actually are stuck at a door, and if I press E multiple times, it says, find a key, find a key. What are you doing? I told you like 7 times. So let's go find a key, and the key's right there. As you can see in the top left too, it told you that there was a number 1 for the key. We jump across, and now we press E, or actually we could press E over here, nothing happens. But when we press E right here, it does happen to open. So now we can go through. This big tornado that here is going to be pushing us super fast and then stopping us for a second when we get to the end over here. The thing that I like about this little section, was a lot of collisions here. So this is normal speed right now, but if I get knocked out, you can see I'm slow. The point of this is to be, I'm normal again here, but the point of this is that I go really, really fast. When I get here, I'm normal speed, but this keeps bumping me backwards. But anyway, when I come back, I start to slow down because the wind is supposed to be pushing this way, not this way. So when I walk this way, it goes really slow until I pass the checkpoint where the wind is no longer pushing me. But like I said, I go really fast and then go slow when I go back. Of course, when I turn around after I hit that one checkpoint, of course I go slow here, but normally people wouldn't be doing that anyway. But anyway, if we jump up here, you could go up here to these next ones, and we could get up here, and you can see that right here, there's a huge tornado right here. So the point of this part is that there's a speed boost right here because of the wind pushing us this way. So we go really, really fast, and we could just keep going fast because I felt that it was fun. And as soon as I touch the finish flag, it says, congrats, you win, or congrats. I kind of messed that up. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed this assignment because it was so interesting to do and way different than anything I've ever done before. And like I said, it just keeps getting better and better. And as soon as I get a key, I just like completing it over and over again because it's like a mini Mario course with realistic graphics and stuff. But yeah, this is really fun, and I just want to complete this in a second because I want to show that it doesn't the kill actor doesn't actually happen until you touch the flag, and then it says congrats, you win. So let's move on to all of the blueprints. I am actually in my materials right here, but here are my blueprints. I have a oh wait, this is not the right one. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so here are all my blueprints. I have effects right here. That's normal speed, slowness, and speed boost. And then I have tornadoes, of course. And then I have a door and a key that I needed a key for the door. And then we have the finish flag that ends up killing off the character. If we look inside the door real quick, you can see that there's nothing really going on with the door. There's just a simple cube and a collision that we use to reference in this huge mess that I'll get to in a sec. Same thing with the key. There's nothing really strange about this. There's just a collision on it that we could zoom in really, really close. It's a small little key with a small texture on it. Just shows it's like a key card. And then same thing with pretty much the rest of these. It's just a single thing. Actually, for the effects of slowness, normal speed, and speed boost, there's nothing in here. There's no geometry whatsoever. So, yeah, no point in even looking at that. And again, just like the key in the door, there's nothing going on here besides a little more geometry, a pole, and then the flag itself, and then a box collision on it. And then with the tornado, same thing. It's just a tornado cone with a glass material over it and a sphere collision. So now with that being said, let's get onto the side scroller thing that has a bunch of codes here. And this stuff was really difficult for me, but I enjoyed it a lot. So let's get through with the first thing. So with the first thing, we could see that we have an on-component begin overlap. Now, this was the first thing that I wanted to use to cast the tornado with, and you, Brantley, helped me with this because you ended up posting some videos about this. But it's really interesting because I end up casting to a tornado and getting actor locations, all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but basically what this is saying is that whenever I touch a tornado or its collision, I want the actor location of me to be sent forward really high up into the z-axis, and if it's in the x or the y-axis that I touch it from, only multiply my bounce back by 5. But for the z-axis, I also add it by 50. So that's why I go flying upwards, because you're supposed to go upwards. The target is the character movement, which is just grabbed from here. So that's really simple. And if we simulate that real quick, you can see that that actually is exactly what happens. The x and y axis isn't really, there's nothing going on. I get bumped back a little bit, and you can't really see the y axis because this is a 2D overlay. But when I do jump on top of this, I go flying upwards way more than the x axis. I actually go jumping in the z axis. I forgot that Unreal is strange. But the next thing I want to go over is this. So this is the key in the door issue. Really quick. Okay, so this stuff is the key, and then this stuff down here is actually the speed boost and the flag. For the key, we end up starting with an event actor begin overlap, and it casts to the BP key, saying that when we touch that collision for the key, we pick it up and we end up destroying the actor later, but it also counts the number of keys that we get every single time. We also print the string telling us how many keys we have, so it'll count each time in the upper left corner like we saw earlier. And then we also set an actor reference to be ended here. Then when we go to a door and we press the E key, if we have a key from the number of keys here, if the number of keys is greater than 0, then that means that you can go on with the cast to door. Okay, so as you can see, like I was saying, when you press E, the branch goes on and ends up casting to the door because we touched that collision, and if we had the number of keys, when we press E at the door, the target is then destroyed, and the actor reference is then set back to 0 because we no longer have any more keys. If we do not have a key, it goes into a print string saying find a key, and yeah, it will keep saying that until we meet this condition of having a key to open the door. After that, I ended up working on speed boosts and normal speed and slowness and the finish flag. I decided to go with this other actor and just go straight into the speed boost, and from here, from this actor reference, I pretty much used all of the actor objects right here. So all comes from this actor reference, and they all go into each other down here, kind of like a staircase. But so we cast to the speed boost, and whenever we touch that speed boost, our max walk speed is 2,000, and that affects our character movement. If that cast is failed and we're not touching that, and we decide to touch something else, such as a normal speed, it goes back to 600, which is the normal walking speed of character movement. And when the cast is failed and it's touching something like slowness, then the slowness is actually set to 300 speed, and character movement is now at 300 speed. If that cast is failed and we're touching something like a finish flag, then that means that we want to destroy ourselves and print the string, congrats, you win. So that's all the code that I have in here, and we played it earlier, and this video is getting kind of long now, but I just wanted to explain my code because I do know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm just really proud of myself. But thanks, Brantley. You helped a lot.